Hi, Scorpio. This is Tanya Lee of Harmonia, and welcome to your monthly reading. If you are new to this channel and you feel guided, go ahead and hit subscribe. Would love to see you over at Harmonia Friends, my website, which is a membership area where there's more content, exclusive content over there. But if not, this is your general one as well. Just remember, these general readings, they're timeless. They're when you jump into here, even though it says November on it. Really listen to the message to see if it's for you. Doesn't mean it's going to be absolutely for you, though. It's not a personal reading. They're general. So just take what resonates, leave the rest. Do not force anything to fit, Scorpio. Can't say it enough. So before we get into the cards, I wanted to tune into your energy of what I was feeling for you, Scorpio. All right. But we're using a couple of different decks. This particular deck that I have here is an oracle deck. It's the Earthbone oracle deck. But if you want to look at any of the decks that I use, it's always in the description box too. So let's get started. Calling in our guides, our ancestors, and our ascendant master spirit. What messages do we have for Scorpio? What is in the zone here for Scorpio in the overall energy? You know, what's interesting. I felt like I was lifted up. I almost feel like I'm going up, but it's a slow lift up. It feels like, honestly, it feels like a ski lift. And, well, I'm afraid of heights, but it feels like something here where you're forced to go a little bit slower to new heights. Scorpio. Faith. Oh my gosh. Are you in the hands of faith here? Look at this. It says, well, I should put my reading glasses on because I can't see. It says hope, inspiration, rejuvenation, faith. This is going to be called upon to trust. I'm feeling strongly a lot of the energy here of Taurus and with the Hierophant energy, but also the combination of belief systems, but also combined with the Star card with Aquarius energy of being very vulnerable, okay? Very exposed. Notice that this is a skeleton here, So we're going to switch to the focus here onto the card area for the spread. But whatever is occurring for you while you're listening to this is going to take a great, immense amount of strength, but also vulnerability of having faith that whatever prayers that you are stating here will be answered. I'm hearing 14. This is a major transformation here, but let's see what the cards themselves have to say here in the book. It says, allow for success, Scorpio, to come in whatever form that might be. Recognize opportunities and follow them regardless of others' opinions or beliefs. Abide by your own set of rules and no one else's. Follow your creative passion and in creative endeavors. The universe wants to make you happy, Scorpio. Stop making it harder for yourself. Make your choice of how you want to fill your cup and how you want your life to be by what you want to pursue and what you are passionate about. Choose intuitively. What lights you up? What makes you excited? What seems natural and easy? This is the path to deliver what you want. Goals and expectations will then be accomplished very quickly. Stop fretting, get out of your own head, and release the worry. So, like I said, it feels like you went through some kind of practice here of having or of need to have faith in a situation. Now we're going to be using the Vintage Rider deck here to focus a little bit on the challenges of the past, because this is the challenge that you are facing with this faith. And it may bring up some old stuff, an old story. This is how you usually can tell if you resonate with this reading here, if the spread is for you as well. There's no reversals when we're talking about the past. Here we go. Loss, missing, not seeing an opportunity here. But there is one for sure. You got the Two of Cups, could be in a form of a relationship or someone special to you. But how can you focus on that when you are so into the energy here of lower vibration grief? Massive grief here. Wanting a new beginning. A second shot. Being optimistic. Your challenge here is not to pull in the past, but being optimistic. And it's kind of like have your nose up in the air. You're gonna have to there's gonna be a part of you. It's not gonna feel right, but it's kind of you have to have a new approach here, Scorpio. The more you look down, I mean, looking down or up, you're still not an advantage, right? If you look down, you're kind of forced to see everything that's below you, right? And this feels like below your standards, below what you actually wanted. But when you look up, your eyes are closed in the Fool's card. It's enjoying and basking in the present moment. And the challenge here is being in the present moment for you. Ooh. So let's see what's coming up ahead for you. We're using the, this is the Forhaxa Tarot by MJ Colleen. I have a couple of her MJ's decks. Reversals are now up. Let's see what's coming ahead, knowing this energy. There's something here you've been praying for, and I feel like you're in the present energy here of going and reaching new heights. You're not necessarily, you're kind of forced to do this, right? Justice, reverse. Feeling very imbalanced. Libra energy here. 8 of air. My goodness. Nervous too. Massively nervous here. This is someone here who's nervous about a connection or an opportunity at hand. Things aren't quite balanced for you, Scorpio. You're trying to be, but there's something about an opportunity this month, or that's in your energy right now, whenever you're listening to this, that, well, are some new consequences for trying to be optimistic. Okay. I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to a Scorpio here who is been on their own for quite some time. But do you see these two doorways? You know, it's like head over heart. I mean, one's red, one's blue. And there's something here where there's a transformation happening with a new opportunity or meeting new ways. I feel like a Scorpio is either at a new job or in a new relationship. Could be either. But this is also facing some consequences here and old fears. Oh my God, are they coming out and haunting you? Old shit that's not really aligning and coming up. I mean, this is your challenge here, okay? It's like a web. I don't want to be spun in, I keep hearing, I don't want to be spun in the same web. Fearful of, I almost feel like a web of lies or something here that's entwined. And look at all this hair entwined in this connection. Now, is this a partnership or a new job that you're entwined with now that you're working out? I almost want to say you're working out some kind of kinks here, adjustment, a new way. It is a challenge for you. This relationship is a challenge. Page of error. You've done massive you're going to be doing some massive observation here versus saying no. Okay. You are having faith that things will balance out. I do see it kind of a page energy of you observing or watching back, or this could be someone doing the same thing with you. I mean, it takes two to be entwined in this relationship or whatever it is, if this is a job or a new love. But I feel, ooh, something's going to hit. Something's going to break. It's the Tower. This is, there's something here that's going to shock you. Now, before you fear the Tower, there's something about you being lifted in new heights. It's going slower than you want it to. Two of air. There's something here going slower than you want it to, but getting upset or angry. This is coming ahead. This is what's ahead. There's a situation where you are going to be drop the bomb and feel like there's going to be a lot of fears about the past coming up. Whew. I feel like all of a sudden having anxiety over this, or feeling trapped in this. But the Two of Airs is someone here who sees two pathways, okay? But something's going around or feels being watched or freaking. What is this? Circling around, feeling very rooted, a need to go within. Well, let's see what your gains and losses are using this deck. Now, remember, with the past and the gains and losses, we do not do reversals with the Rider-Waite deck. And because I read both. What are your gains first? What is Scorpio's gain in this? Because it's going to be a challenge. I'm not going to say it's going to be pretty here, okay? What you're gaining here, some inner knowledge here about a connection. Now, it also, whatever this opportunity is doing for you with a Virgo energy, is I do feel like there is an external force coming in between this connection. It is kind of divinely timed. It is also this timing where you're going to feel like it's poor timing because you're like, oh my gosh, now what do I do? Right? But what you're going to gain from this tower moment, and I don't know what it's going to be. I'm reading for a lot of different people. I don't know if it's a fight. I don't know if it's an external party. I don't know if it's financial needs. It can be a lot of things, but it's something to make you really uncomfortable. All right. The gain you're going to have is a new set of wisdom when it comes to your happiness, what lights you up, and how a partnership should work. Let's see what your losses are going to be. Oof. The Emperor. Oh my gosh. Okay. This could be a loss of a job. This could also be fighting to, it's almost like it, oh my gosh, I don't know how to describe this because I'm reading for somebody, so I'm trying to keep the story straight here for you. All right. If this isn't a loss of a job, it's someone here where you feel stripped of your divine masculine energy. It's massive competition. So whoever you're partnered with is clashing in your masculine energy. We all have masculine and feminine energy. I don't care if you're female here. All right. But this is something in regards to losing the battle of being in charge. You're going to feel a loss of being in charge in this scenario. You're not going to be in charge. It's someone else bossing or being in charge. So it is going to bring up a lot of fears for you. That's why I feel like you're going to be praying. I feel like you're going to be praying, being like, oh my gosh, is this my past haunting? Because there's something about this situation, this opportunity, triggering an old wound of feeling like it feels like anxiety, but it also feels like I'm repeating things over again. I want to leave you some last advice. We're going to switch gears here. We're going to focus on, we're using runes. We're going to be using the runes. And what final advice do we have using runes here for Scorpio, who is definitely going to feel like they're losing control of their power? It feels very imbalanced. It feels like things are going slower, but you've been observing more than you've been taking actions. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, though, for you. But let's see what the advice is here for Scorpio. I love that it's Avos. Okay. Avos. The M may be important to you, but this is about movement. This is about teamwork, connection. It's also about the progress. A lot of this is in Viking, they see this as the horse sign for movement, but you also have to think of the horse too when you make a steady progress or a physical shift. There will be a physical shift for you, I'm hearing. But this alignment has to be within. There's something imbalanced in your own connection or being challenged. You're being asked here to remember the horse and the rider. They have to work in tandem to get further. There are certain things in your reigns that are going to be outside of your control. You have massive or big decisions here, I'm hearing, to make about partnership, of where you want to have this alignment. Be very vocal too if this is a connection, because I always see this as like a connection here of masculine and feminine energy. But if you are loyal with one another and compromise in this connection, it could be something solid, but make sure you're being authentic, speaking your truth, being honorable. It's kind of like, if you want to bridge this, like that M energy, if you want to bridge that, the alignment starts with you first. Remember your truths of what your alignment is. If you cannot vocalize that with a partnership or feel in a place here to compromise, then that could be your tower moment. All right. It could be the blowing up of that. But for many of you, you're being asked here to really utilize this time and space, or this challenge where you feel a little bit defeated, or that you're losing in the need for charge, is, do you really need to be in charge? Can you actually work with this individual or a situation where you do feel aligned, and see where the steady progress grows? Because I feel like the imbalance here is that you've been watching and observing, but not actually speaking. And that's what that page energy is all about. You still got to vocalize. You can't just do the research and all of that. So I do feel like the advice here you're getting here is to watch your alignment when it comes to your interdependence here. And if you want to have a relationship or an opportunity for it to grow successfully, whether it's love, friendship, with people, with jobs, look at a level of being honest and truthful to you, and see if the compromise can come balanced with that Libra energy of the justice scales, of needing to have some kind of third party or contract in place so that you both parties feel good. All right, guys, that's what I have for your reading for November. If you like this, would like it, like I said, would love to see you over at Harmonia, friends. But if not, this is where we part ways. You guys have a good one. Take care.